Hey boys and girls, you know what time it is. It is time for Writer's Workshop. So I've been noticing as we're working so hard on these stories, have you noticed? I've began to wonder, how are reading and writing the same? Because I've noticed that during writing time, and maybe you've noticed too, when you're writing your story, you're not only writing, you're also reading. So there are a lot of ways that reading and writing are actually very similar. I notice that when we read our own writing, we read it just like we do a book because we look at pictures in books and we also look at pictures in our writing stories. I also notice that when I go back to reread my work, I'm going to point to the words as I read, just like we do when we're reading any other book. So today, friends, I want to teach you that writers go from being writers to readers. They're not only writers of the story, but they also reread their own story. And sometimes when they're rereading their story, if they see that they've made a mistake, guess what they do? Do you think that they throw a tantrum and go, "Ah! Oh my goodness, I made a huge mistake. Oh, I messed up my writing. I have to throw it in the trash." Do you think that's what they do? No, that's so silly. Did I look really silly when I just did that? I know I probably looked really crazy, huh? But that's because you know what? It's okay to make mistakes. And that's why writers are readers. As they write, they reread their story. And you know what they do if they make a mistake? All they do is go, oops, and they fix it. It's that easy. They don't have to throw a whole tantrum. No one is perfect. We try our best and we go back and we fix it. That's all we have to do. So I want to remind you that writers are also readers. Writers are readers. Writers are readers. And as they reread their stories, and if they make a mistake, are they going to throw a tantrum? No, they just say, oops, and they fix it. That's what they do. So I was wondering if you, friends, you just saw how crazy I got making a mistake. I want to see if you can help me try that, where I read my own writing. And if I see a mistake, what are we going to say? Oops, and we're going to, that's right, fix it. So I want you, friends, can you help me today? So let me just read you the first page of my story. I've got it right here and I put it up on the slide for you. So, because I know sometimes this shows it backwards, but you can see it up there on the slide. It says, I'm going to read it, so I'm going to get my reading finger out. I went to my friend Jordan's house. Oh, I just noticed something. Do you notice it? Look at that second word, went. Am I going to throw a tantrum? No. What am I going to say? Oops, that's right. And what am I going to do? Fix it. So I realized I didn't spell went correctly. I don't have to throw this one away. Guess what I can do? I'm just going to go ahead and cross it out. And I'm going to go ahead and write the word above it spelled correctly. So can you, friends, spell the word went for me? Let's hear it. You can whisper it to the computer. That's right, W-E, that's what I was missing, N-T. Whew, there we go. Look at that. I just crossed it out and fixed it. When I saw a mistake, all I did was say, oops, and fix it. So let's keep reading. And so now I'm going to go back and reread. Just like we said, writers are readers. I'm going to reread my sentence. I went to my friend Jordan's house. Looks great. We painted our nails. Oh, oops. Oh, you guys taught me. I didn't throw a tantrum this time. All I did was say oops. And now I can fix it. I realized I spelled the word nails wrong. I only had the beginning and ending sound. But remember, we can do say it, slide it, hear it, write it if we need to sound out a word. And I'm thinking maybe I should do that to spell nails because I think I missed some sounds. So let's do that. Nails. Nails. I hear it N. A-I, nail, ooh, L, nails, nails. Awesome. And then I need to add an ending mark, some punctuation. I was missing that too. So, oops, and now I fix it. All right, and then would I just say I'm done? No, because we said writers are readers. I'm going to go back and reread my book to make sure it makes sense. I'm going to read this first page. I went to my friend Jordan's house. We painted our nails. Oh, and now it's all fixed. Looks great. Thank you, friends. I was so nervous I was going to throw a big tantrum, but like we said, writers are readers, and when they reread their work and find a mistake, they just say, oops. So let's think about what we just learned that grown-up writers like you do. Grown-up writers reread their writing just like they read a book. And grown-up writers read along, and if they come to a mistake, what are they going to say? Oops. And then what are they going to do? That's right, fix it. They're not going to toss their work in the trash or throw a big tantrum. They're just going to say oops and fix it. You friends are allowed to cross it out and respell it or add words in. You're allowed to do that. That's okay. So, it's now time. You friends are about to do your own writing, but I want to remind you, when you think you're done, you've just begun. That's right. When you think you're done and you say, oh, I'm all done. When you think you're done, you've just begun. So I want to remind you, we learned this anchor chart a couple days ago, but this one, it reminds us as we're reading our work, we can ask ourselves these questions. Who? What? Where? When? How? When we ask ourselves these questions as we reread our work, it might remind us, ooh, I need to add in that detail about where we were. And I can just go ahead and add that in. So ask yourself those questions because when you think you're done, you've just begun. And I want you friends today to work on reading your story just like you read a book. And if you find a mistake, what are you going to say? Oops. And then what are you going to do? That's right, you're going to fix it. All right, writers go write. I can't wait to hear your stories.